Hello, this is Greg Ayler and Jared Klimple with Texas Hills Realty, bringing you Realty Talk, where we discuss real estate topics about property in Fredericksburg, Gillespie County, and the Central Texas Hill Country. We're located at 502 East Main in Fredericksburg. That's the northeast corner of Main and Elk, right behind the old 1931 red and black Ford truck with the chicken on back. We have 5 amazing agents, including Joe Kostelski, Malin Williams, Phil Fry, Andrew Harvey, and me, Greg Ayler. Each week we bring you current real estate information or market updates or just things you might ask us about when we bump into you at the Friday night football game. Of course, if you have any questions, call us at 830-997-6123. Or you can email us at info@txhillsrealty.com. Now, we've had some fun over the last couple of weeks, but every so often we know folks want an update, how the local market's doing. Our information comes from what we compiled from the Central Hill Country Board of Realtors Multiple Listing Service as of August 31st, 2017. So basically we're talking year to date, 8 months, ended August 31st. And ready or not, the first 8 months of 2017 are in the rearview mirror. I wanted to say that today we're going to cover active residential listings in Fredericksburg first. And inside the city limits, Fredericksburg has 113 active residential listings.
And of course, by active, you mean that they are available on the market today, not under contract or sold.
Yes, 113 active listings. You or anyone could walk up and just buy them. This number is drifting up slightly from earlier this year when we had 95 listings.
And I take it that by that number of active listings drifting upwards, the rate of new listings coming in is getting ahead of the sales rate?
Yes, the rate of new listings coming in is getting ahead of the sales rate. In our market today, as you will see in our numbers just a little later on, sales have picked up over last year. There are higher numbers and higher prices, but the number of new listings picked up a little faster than the sales rate is picking up. Not by much. Okay, let's get back to the numbers. Jared, what did you find out for us about our active residential listings in Fredericksburg?
Well, here's some of the numbers I pulled up, Greg. We have 113 active listings in Fredericksburg city limits right now. The average list price is about $594,000, or just under $250 per square foot. The median list price is $437,000, or just about $202 per square foot. We rounded off our numbers for clarity, but I will post the tables on our website at txhillsrealty.com so listeners can dig in if they want to know more details. The total listing inventory is about $67 million. The average days on market is running about 131 days.
Okay. Now, just so people know, average means we just add them all up and divide by the number, and that's how we got to the average. But median, sometimes people scratch their heads on that. Median just means if you took a list at all the listings from the lowest price to the highest price, which one would be the center point? There'd be the exact same number above that number as there was below. And that's how Jared got to the median. So our average list price today, Jared, is about $594,000. I'd like to know how many listings there are in various price brackets. I typically group them in $100,000 brackets. So here's a summary of what I found. This first one sometimes surprises you, but I've said it on this show before. There's only one listing on our market below $200,000. One listing. There's 53 total listings, or 47% of all of the listings are priced below $400,000. 84 listings, or 74%, are priced below $600,000. The $300,000 price bracket has the most number of listings for all categories, with 39 active residential listings. So most of our inventory in any one single $100,000 bracket is in the $300,000 range. Believe it or not, the next largest category is...
I'll take over from here, Greg, because I was actually surprised by this one. The next largest single category is the $500,000 bracket with 20 listings.
Yeah, we skipped over the $400,000 range and jumped to the $500,000. I was a little surprised. 29 of our 113 active residential listings, about 25 to 26%, are priced at $600,000 and up.
We currently have 12 listings on the market that are $1 million and up.
Okay. Now, we've been discussing the listing side, or let's call it the inventory side of the market. But another very important side of the market, of course, is the sales side. Jared, give us a rundown of the 8 months year-to-date sales ended August 31st, 17.
Sure, Greg. This is what I found. Fredericksburg has 159 sales year-to-date through August 31st of 2017, a total sales volume of $57.7 million. The average sales price is about $363,000, or about $205 per square foot. The median sales price is about $305,000, or about $176 per square foot. The days on market is anywhere between 3 to 4 months, and the typical home size is 1,700 to 1,800 square feet.
Jared, I see that for the same time period in 2016, in other words, last year through August 31st, sales were 145 sales for a total of $51 million. The average sale price was $350,000 versus $363,000 in 2017.
So that is an increase of about $13,000 per house, or 4% increase per home.
Okay. Now, the average sale price per square foot is $181 in 2016 versus $205 a square foot in 2017. That's an increase of about 13%. The days on market, though, was about 124 days in 2016. And in 2017, it picked up just a little bit. It's 122 days.
So the days on market is essentially about the same?
Correct. And experts say that what we call a balanced market has 6 months of inventory. Anything less is often called a seller's market, and anything more is considered to be a buyer's market. Jared, what do we have in overall inventory?
Okay, year to date, we have 113 active listings available, and we sold 159 through 8/31 of 17. That means our rate of sales, 159 divided by 8, is about 20 sales per month. With 113 active listings selling at $20 or 20 houses per month, that gives us an overall inventory of about 5.6 months. Since that is less than 6 months of inventory, most experts would agree that we currently have a seller's market in the residential housing in Fredericksburg city limits.
Right, and I don't think anybody would argue with you there. However, inventory can vary by price levels. In general, the lower the price, the less inventory is available. And once you cross over certain higher price thresholds, the level of inventory can go up quickly. And I'll give you some examples. Take all of the homes listed, for instance, under $400,000. We sold about 13 listings a month, homes in that category, in 2017. But with only 53 listings available under $400,000, the inventory level works out to about 3.9 to 4 months of inventory. That's a strong seller's market.
And that is about where 74 to 75% of our market is today. But once you cross into the 1 million plus properties, we have only 2 sold listings there and about 12 active listings. At this rate of sales, we have about 48 months or 4 years. Let me repeat, 4 years of inventory for $1 million and up in residential listings.
So it'd be very difficult to call that segment a seller's market for the 1 million and up on residential properties in Fredericksburg. 48 months is a long time to wait for your house to be sold.
Seems like that might put up a little bit of pressure on the sellers to spruce up some more of their homes and whittle down the price a bit.
Well, Fredericksburg sellers, though, are a determined bunch. I expect some will hang in there until they get just what they want, and then they'll sell. And a few others will soften up at their bottom lines a little bit until they reach that level that they have to in order to get the home sold. Well, Jared, let's wrap it up before they run us out of the radio station. In the 8 months year-to-date through August 31st, 17, sales are up in average price.
Increase of about $13,000 per house, or 4% increase per home.
And the average sale price of a home in 2017 is $363,000 or $181 a square foot.
Just for comparison purposes, I ran the numbers for Kerrville as well. They sold 289 listings to our 159. Kerrville sold 130 more homes than Fredericksburg, but their average sales price is about $237,000 versus our $363,000 average sales price per home. It costs about $126,000 more to buy the average home in Fredericksburg versus Kerrville.
Yes, no one's running a race here, but folks might want to know how these two towns compare in their residential markets. Now, Jared, that's enough stats for one day. Golly, people can't write all these down. Let's talk about some neat things coming up in our community. I understand the first day of fall is Friday, September 22nd, and that by the time this recording is aired Saturday, we'll already be working on the second day of fall.
Yes, and with that, all sorts of things start happening. Cooler weather, hunting season, more football games.
All right. But tell us a little bit more about some of the events we have coming up.
Looking around town and checking with the Fredericksburg Chamber of Commerce event schedule, I found that on October 6th through the 8th, Friday through Sunday, the 37th Annual Oktoberfest will be held. October 14th, on that Saturday, the 37th Annual Stonewall Volunteer Fire Department Benefit Fish Fry and Raffle will be held. And on October 28th, on that Saturday, the 27th Annual Food and Wine Fest will be held.
I love the fall. Cooler weather, sports, hunting, and Fredericksburg always has such fun events. At the Oktoberfest, we celebrate our German heritage with food, drink, dance, contests, live music, artisans, and a kinder park and more. Now tell me, Jared, and be honest here, are you pulling out your lederhosen and getting ready for the dance contest or the chicken dance?
Sadly, Mr. Ayler, I think I won't be going there just for that, but I will be 21 by the time the Oktoberfest comes around, so you might be seeing me there with a drink in my hand.
All right. Well, you better behave and be careful.
No promises on that one, sir.
And the Stonewall Fish Fry course, you can get a great meal, and it goes for a great cause. They have live entertainment, great tasting fish, and most people would rather contribute to something like this than pay taxes. This is something I'm proud of for our community. And then, of course, you mentioned the Food and Wine Fest, Jared. It's one of my favorite personal events. I've had a crew volunteering there for some 20 years, and every year they come back. They're not a bunch of winos, but they really enjoy meeting the crowd. Seems like everyone is in a good mood and has a good time. And my crew likes to use this event to kick off their Christmas shopping season for the year. Before we end, back to real estate. How can our listeners, Jared, get more information on the market updates we talked about today?
Well, they can just check our website for details on all of our existing listings, or we can look up information on any of the other listings in the Central Hill Country MLS system as well.
Okay. If you'd like to know exactly about any of our other listings, you can also call one of our agents to help you save time. We also do our best to locate properties to suit your individual needs, and we know where to go in order to get more details to help you make a good, solid decision. Visit with one of our agents, Malin Williams, Joe Kostelski, Phil Fry, Andrew Harvey, or me, Greg Ayler. The consultation is free, and at Texas Hills Realty in Fredericksburg, we can help you with the straightforward, objective information you need to help make a decision, buying or selling. Texas Hill Country folks have been performers in Fredericksburg and the Central Texas Hill Country for 23 years, so we know the ropes. We know the country, and we know how to speak to both the locals and those moving into the area. Realty Talk is brought to you by Texas Hills Realty, LLC, on Saturday mornings, usually around 9:45 a.m. and on Sundays. We appreciate your support. We're easy to find at 502 East Main, right behind the 1931 red and black Ford pickup, with the chicken on back. If you have any questions, give us a call at 830-997-6123 or email us at info@txhillsrealty.com. To see our listings, go to txhillsrealty.com, where we like to say, we help natives sell and others become natives.